Everyone wants to have that perfect skin that is frozen in time. In the next 10 years, you're not going to look the same.
The color of your face and the color of your underarms should be the same.
I looked at your face, you look like you've really been destroyed by the sun.
What benefit is there for a man when he does your skincare?
Brightening your skin is like your own natural complexion, but it's more radiant. Actually, I've seen a lot of men who prefer dark skin complexion compared to the bleached skin. They'll tell you like, this person does not even like herself. How do you think? Yeah, how do you think like she will like us and the whole relationship because she cannot already appreciate what God gave her? Anyone that's complaining about like, some darker blemishes, skin burn and all of that, vitamin C is your best friend.
Beautiful ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Laughing Love Good. Today we're doing something different, both shooting as a recorded format and as a live session right there. So karibu, ask questions, be with us, like engage. Don't be there just watching for the sake of watching. Okay, so I don't have to introduce myself, but I will. My name is Dr. Mahideen Mohammed. You can as well call me Dr. Mo the MD. Am I rushing? No, I'm not.
No.
And today's lovely guests, you can see her already, is the one and only Dr. Hayat Mustafa. Welcome, Doc.
Thank you very much. I feel at home. I'm glad to be here. What's up, people? I'm so glad and so happy to talk about the topic for today.
Nice.
Something I'm so passionate about.
Yeah, do you know, like, the first thing is when there was a day you came and you looked at my skin and the conversation started with the color of your face and the color of your underarms should be the same.
Exactly.
So curious, so we started having the discussion, and then the live and having a podcast session had to come into fruition. So looking at it from any layman's perspective or anyone out there or who is watching, can you tell me why they should listen when it comes to skincare?
Okay. Okay, first of all, let me start with the first time I saw you at the clinic and I looked at your face. You look like you've really been destroyed by the sun.
I'll take that.
You needed saving. You needed saving. So I had to take it upon myself to tell you that you need to develop a specific skincare routine for you to counteract the side effects of the toxic environmental toxins and as well as the sun. So first of all, sun care and sun care and sun care and the routine, skincare routine is so essential for every person. And I don't want people to think that skincare and beauty is only tied alone to the women. So as a man, it's a must. It's a must to at least have a routine, however basic it can be.
Okay, that poses the next question. As a dude, there's a way. Back in the days, you're supposed to be in the battlefield. You get? You're supposed to be the warrior, the ones who are leading the wars. And I don't know if you'd label it as toxic masculinity. I don't know how to give it a term, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
But what benefit is there for a man when he does skincare?
Okay, that's actually a very good question. When it comes to men specifically, there are so many misunderstood topics when it comes to skincare. So when you look at yourself, okay, and you compare yourself to like a lifetime when you have used, let's say, the basics like sunscreen, okay, you applied every single day before you go to work, you applied your sunscreen as compared to your past when you have not applied sunscreen at any one point. You will find your skin to be more radiant. You'll find your skin to have less pigmentation because the UVA and the UVB rays are so toxic to the skin. And there are so many also, like, look at our environment. There's a lot of pollution going on. There's so many chemicals that we're exposed to coming from the products we use for washing our body to the water. Okay?
Yeah, that's true.
So when you are exposed to all those chemicals, you need something that counteracts all those toxins that you're exposed to, because all those things, they fasten aging. Okay?
Okay.
And everyone wants to have that perfect skin that is frozen in time. If you feel like you look your best at this age, you want to look the same in the next coming 10 years. But if you have no sunscreen, you wake up every morning after washing your face, you go and face the sun head on, and you face the pollution. So it's very important to know that in the next 10 years, you're not going to look the same. Okay?
So, wrinkles,
Wrinkles,
scratch marks.
hyperpigmentation, scratch marks, loss of hair, there are so many things that will come into play when it comes to the way you look as a person. So it's important. Men, take note.
Okay, so you should tell them that story.
Yeah, long ago is
Battery is
done.
done.
In this modern era, skincare is like, it's of huge importance, as a
Okay.
man. And we shall talk about like the routine, like what to start with, what to
So,
do. Oh, okay. So we shall talk about like, simple basic skincare routine that even the common man can adhere to. Although right now, when you go to the cosmetic shops and even in the cosmetic industries, there are so many products that have been displayed. And some people just get so distorted on what to start with, what to use, which one works best with my skin. Okay. But for a man, the basics are very important. You should have a morning routine and a night routine. Okay. So I'm going to start with a morning routine. Okay. You wake up in the morning.
Before you do the start the morning routine,
Yes.
um, what kind of skin types are there, and what kind of products?
Products.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's actually a very good question. Every person, every living person will lie on this planet. It's very essential for them to know their skin type. First of all, we have the oily skin type. Then we have the really dry skin type. And then we have the normal, although like it's a misnomer, people call it normal. But it's like a mixture of both dry and oily.
In between.
Yeah, it's an in-between kind of like skin type. So this kind of skin type is like when you look at the T-zone, which is like the frontal area, the nasal, and above here, the chin, it's usually oily. But when it goes to the cheeks, then
dry.
it's dry. Okay?
Okay.
So it's like, they call it normal, but it's a mixture of dry and oily. Then we have the sensitive skin type. So this type of skin is just so sensitive to every product. Okay. So there's so many things that may not work for you as a person who has the sensitive skin type.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, those are the different skin types.
Wow, that's well put. I think I'll label myself now like as I think I have the tea kind of thing going. 'Cause
Definitely you have the tea.
right here it's like wet sometimes and oily. Here on the nose and down here, but on the sides, so yes, beards are there, they cover it.
We
like
cannot
halfway.
tell.
Yes, but if I decide to shave, all this is dry.
Yeah.
So what would I do for someone like me?
So let's start with, because they consider that normal or the balanced skin type. So when it comes to the balanced skin type, so for the morning, you should first of all, there's something they call cleansing your face. Okay, that's like a fancy way of saying like wash your face, but you have to watch out for the products you use to wash your face. Okay, so a basic cleanser, which normally contains an exfoliant, like a weak exfoliant, like glycolic acid or lactic acid exfoliant. So you use that form of cleanser. So after cleansing your face, then you go on and put a vitamin C serum.
Okay.
Okay.
So what does the exfoliation do? It removes.
So the cleansers, basically what they do is they get rid of the dead skin. Okay, they remove the excess oil that's formed during the night. They remove all the excess dirt and the excess skin. So they make your skin more receptive to the products that are going to be applied. So that's why it's so essential to exfoliate your skin. Okay, to cleanse your skin. So the second thing that you should do is to apply a vitamin C serum. Okay, so vitamin C, basically it's an anti-inflammatory, it's an antioxidant, and also it counteracts the hyperpigmentation that we've been talking about. So that's why it's essential for every single person in their mid-20s and above should have like a vitamin C serum. Okay. So the percentage also matters for the vitamin C serum that you buy from the shop. Okay. So the percentages usually range from 5 to like 20%. But if you go all the way to 20%, it might actually irritate your skin. So it's best to like stick to like 10 to 15 or to the lower percentages. Okay.
Okay.
So after the vitamin C serum, you should apply your normal moisturizer. Okay. Personally, the moisturizers that I go with are something that contain both this SPF, which is a sunscreen. They contain a moisturizer that also contains a hyaluronic acid. So you have like one product and it has everything. It has the hyaluronic acid. Hyaluronic acid, basically what it does is like a chemical compound. Once you put it on your skin, it attracts moisture from the environment and also from within your skin. So it keeps your skin moist.
Oh, like all the time, it's like
Yes.
glowing.
Yeah, it keeps the skin moist and it also gets rid of the fine lines. So that's why, like, if you see fine lines at on your forehead, I highly encourage you to buy hyaluronic acid containing.
I'm a victim. Well, I am a victim. Like, I have everything she said.
Yes, you must have that. It's a must have. It's an essential. Okay. So after that, there are some creams or moisturizers that contain both vitamin E and hyaluronic acid, and also SPF, it's also a sunscreen with 50%
50.
SPF 50. Then you're good to go. So one of those products is called Isentry. Okay, so that one you can find the hyaluronic acid. It's a good moisturizer. At the same time, it has SPF.
But this is not a paid ad.
Yeah, it's not a paid advert. So personally, it worked for me because it spares you from buying hyaluronic acid separate, buying a moisturizer separate, and also the sunscreen. So you rather have something that has all the compounds you need in one bottle.
I always have one question. And that question is, assuming I'm broke,
You're very
and
broke.
I know I need vitamin C on my face, can I use lemon extracts? Like, you get the lemon and
No, oh my God. Okay, now that's a very good question, by the way. Okay, so the compounds that are usually present in the oranges that you find, okay, there's a way they are very harsh, and they are very, how can I say, they are very harsh to the skin. Okay, so there's L-ascorbic acid, which is usually present in most of the vitamin C serums, although that one is usually considered as harsh. Okay, so some people normally they opt for some other compound. It's called THD ascorbate. So that one usually contains it's a derivative of ascorbic acid, but it's less toxic to the skin. It's not toxic, but it's less irritative to the skin.
it's like an inactive format per se.
No, it's not an inactive. Yeah, it's an inactive. Yeah, you're right. It's an inactive form. The L-ascorbic acid is the active form. Okay? So if you buy, like, let's say, for example, a vitamin C serum, you should try, and you tested out the one which has the L-ascorbic acid, and that's the active form, and you found out that your skin cannot tolerate it, then you can buy the ones which have the inactive form, which are equally good. But personally, I do prefer the TDH ascorbate because it has deeper penetration and it helps to get rid of the hyperpigmentation.
Okay, so you've
Yeah.
mentioned hyperpigmentation. I
Yeah.
have sunburn. You looked at me and you said your skin is supposed to be like the inner side of your arm.
Yeah.
So I have different skin tones. And Halimos out there who are after tall, dark, and handsome, they see this, they're like,
Yeah.
how do I sort that out? If I do this the skincare thing, I come to this color, the Halimos, they're like, nah, this is not tall, dark, and handsome.
Yeah, you're not
talking.
talking. Yeah, we're opting out.
So what do you say about that?
Okay, I think we spoke about this even earlier on, and we talked about like you being a specific skin tone. You can't be both Coke and Fanta at the same time. You understand? Choose a specific, choose a side.
Okay.
If you're Coke, you're going to be purely Coke, and you're going to be more radiant and glowing. Okay? Whatever skin tone that you have, and there's a huge misconception that people have. The misconception they have is that dark men are not supposed to apply sunscreen.
Okay, I didn't.
That's a huge every single person should apply sunscreen.
Okay.
Because the UV rays are very much damaging to the skin. And as for your case, you talked about your own hyperpigmentation. Number one, you woke up in the morning, you cleansed your face. Okay. Then secondly, you applied your serums. What serum are we looking for? It could be the vitamin C. So the vitamin C, once you apply it, it could contain either the active or the inactive form. Okay. So you find out, you first give it a test try and see which one works best for you. If it's the active form, then that's well and good. If it's the inactive form, then that's well and good. But you can find a nice serum that or moisturizer form of vitamin C that works best for you. Okay. So after applying your vitamin C, then you can apply a moisturizer, preferably a sunscreen that contains both a moisturizer and hyaluronic acid.
Okay, so take me slow, yeah? And I wake up, I put the cleanser first.
You don't put, you cleanse your
have-
face. It's like washing your face.
Like I wash my face with like regular water or with the product.
So it's like it comes in form of a bottle, you know. So normally we have the Cetaphil, we have the CeraVe facial cleansers, and for you your form is the normal one. Okay. So for that normal skin type or the balanced skin type, you're supposed to use what we call the it's called it has a form. It's a normal form CeraVe serum. I mean, like cleanser, and it has what we call salicylic acid. Okay, and that one is also a gentle exfoliant. Then there are also those that have glycolic acid, which is also a gentle exfoliant. So, like when you wake up and you're washing your face, those products that are found in that cleanser will clean your face. It forms like a leather.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
and it washes your face.
Okay.
So now you got rid of the excess oils on your
Debris and all
face.
that, yeah.
Yes, and the dead skin. So now your skin is very fresh and it can receive all the ingredients that we are going to apply.
So am I supposed to dry it off at that point?
Definitely, you have to dry your face after cleansing it, then apply your vitamin C serum. Okay. Then after your vitamin C serum, apply your hyaluronic acid. Okay.
So like dry, vitamin C,
Hyaluronic acid.
both at the same time.
No. So when you wake up, you cleanse, you apply your vitamin C serum, wait for it to dry a little bit.
Okay.
Okay. Then after that, the next product or the next ingredient that is super important for you is what we call hyaluronic acid.
Okay.
Okay. That gets rid of the fine lines and the wrinkles and also keeps the skin plump and moist.
It's more like an anti-aging.
No, it's not an anti-aging, but it gets rid of the dryness. It gets rid of excessive dryness because we already talked about hyaluronic acid attracting moisture from within the skin and also from the atmosphere. So it attracts and at the same time it doesn't lock. It keeps it. It retains it. So basically they call it a humectant.
Okay.
It keeps the like
face like
moist.
glowish and moist. Yes. Okay.
It keeps it humid and it just locks in the moisture.
Okay.
So after that, you apply your sunscreen and you're good to go.
Oh, okay. So the last bit is the sunscreen.
Yeah, the last bit. Always the last bit is the sunscreen.
Okay. So timeline of after applying the hyaluronic acid, of how long should I take before I go for the sunscreen?
So usually you apply so that it actually like it's as absorbed all over the skin. Okay. Then the final bit is like applying your sunscreen and then you're good to go.
Okay. So those are over how many products?
Cleansing. Okay. Then vitamin C. Then secondly, there's hyaluronic acid. Then the last one, which is the sunscreen. But you'd be so lucky enough if you combine both. If you find a product that contains both products.
Okay.
Okay. Both it's a sunscreen at the same time it has hyaluronic acid. So it will do you an
So
advantage.
2 jobs in one.
Yes.
Okay. So assuming someone is broke and they still want they still want some kind of skincare.
Yeah.
Is there like a negotiable way to say if you use this, it's not optimum, but it will do something for you?
It will do the job.
Yeah.
So basically wake up, wash your face with whatever you have, given that your skin doesn't react to it. Then after that, apply a sunscreen. Those are the two things. Apply a sunscreen.
That's it.
Yes.
Clean, wash, dry, sunscreen.
Sunscreen, but make sure the sunscreen you're buying is a moisturizer at the same time. It has a lotion in it that gives you that moisture. Okay. If you can step it a little bit up, then you can wash your face with whatever products you have available to you, apply your vitamin C serum because it's so important. Honestly, vitamin C is so important because it evens out the skin tone. Anyone that's complaining about like, some darker blemishes, skin burn and all of that, vitamin C is your best friend.
Okay.
Okay?
But the sunscreen does protect against
Yes.
sunburns.
Yes. But let's say you've spent the whole day in the sun.
Mm.
You know, some of the sunscreens actually require people to apply every after 2 hours. You understand? So that's
I
what I'm
did not
telling
know
you.
that. I did not know that.
Yeah, you can actually
Why
even
not?
read at the back of like, the container. It'll tell you like reapply after 2 hours, or if you wash your face, make sure you reapply. If you go swimming, try to reapply the sunscreen. Yeah, if you go for wudu. But like, that it's not ideal because if you keep on applying the sunscreen like 6, 7 times a day and it comes in a very small bottle, it will be done. It will be done by the end of the day.
Okay.
Yeah. So personal, I would advise you to like, wash your face, apply your vitamin C serum, then apply your sunscreen, which has a moisturizer in it. And that's it. You're good to go.
Okay. Assuming I wanted to become like Alejandro, you get, and then I decide to like use like whitening stuff,
Bleaching products?
bleaching products. God forbid I'll never do this.
Yeah, disclaimer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and I want to use this skincare routines.
Mm-hmm.
Would there be like a cross reactivity where a certain product would affect my bleached skin?
Yes, 110%. First of all, when we talked about skin that is bleached, you have destroyed most of the first layer is mostly it's gone, and you have destroyed like a small percentage of also the dermis, which is the second layer of the skin. And some people even go all the way down to the lower third of the dermis is also destroyed. You understand? So when you're applying this type of products, of course, most of them they contain acids, that are usually necessary to get rid of dead skin. But if you've already done that by removing all the normal
Superficial
skin,
layers, yeah.
you'll have a very sensitive skin. You'll have a very sensitive skin.
Okay.
So mainly for that person, would try as much as possible to avoid the acids like lactic acid, BHA, AHA, glycolic acid, because you've already damaged the skin. So if you subject him to that, that will cause
More
more
acids, more
exfoliation of the
erosion.
skin, of which was already damaged. So your best friend moisturizers that usually contain milk.
Okay.
Okay, they help with recuperating the skin, and also sunscreen. You want to try as much as possible to stay away from irritants.
Okay. I know several people ladies who have done that.
Yes.
And the kind of skin they are having is,
Skin alterations?
yeah, like today she looks banging, and then tomorrow she's, hey. So like there's that struggle of trying to maintain a healthy skin, which I've seen majority of them go through.
The best way forward, first of all, we have to try and reconstruct the skin which you destroyed with all the chemicals. Okay? So we usually supplement people with vitamin C, vitamin E. Okay? Then also a little bit of vitamin D. Like basically, we normally supplement with those. Like for example, we have Perfectil. Those are like supplements which I highly recommend because I've seen it work for so many people. It contains so many vitamins, and it contains so many natural extracts that are essential for both the hair, the nails, and the face. I mean the hair, nails,
And the skin.
the skin. Okay, so once we work on regenerating the skin that you destroyed, then we can talk about brightening. There's a difference between brightening and whitening.
Okay.
Okay, brightening your skin is like your own natural complexion, but it's more radiant.
Okay.
You understand? That's a brightened skin. It's like you're glowing. You understand? But a whitened skin, one day you're black, the next day you're red. So that's like a whole shift in complexion.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Interesting. I'm learning a lot. And and now coming to, we've already touched on this on the bleaching part of it.
Mm-hmm.
And we know that yes, there is damage to the skin. Are there any other things which people who do this should look forward to in terms of complications? Like if I keep doing this, it's going to affect not just my skin, but something else.
Definitely, when it comes to all the bleaching products, majority of them are carcinogenic, and we have seen firsthand patients who have suffered from uh, cancer of the skin. All the different types start affecting you. You get to have like very fragile, thin skin, in that if you get to face any form of physical trauma, it will be so hard to stitch back. I feel
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah, yeah. Have you had such a case?
yes, I've had a case. I had a case of a girl who went to a wedding ceremony. Then she was involved in a fight, and somebody scratched her. Actually, she came in with a laceration. Someone cut her with a razor blade. So stitching her back was a bit hard
On the face?
on the face. So like the lip was split apart. So stitching her back was very hard, because this person, she really destroyed all the different layers of the skin. We were like all the way deep down into the dermis. You understand? So we tried to use the smallest suture that we could find, so that we could give her the best cosmesis, at the same time try to import to oppose
The
yeah,
tissues?
the tissues.
Wow. Wow. What would you tell the people who are watching on the live and
Mm-hmm.
probably the podcast fully when it's out, that about bleaching now? We've done the skincare and their routines, and someone is currently doing it and they are watching this. What would
Yeah.
you say to them?
Well, the first thing I would advise anybody that is using any bleaching equipment, any bleaching cream, please kindly stop. Okay? Every person has been created beautiful. Okay? Every person has been created beautiful by Allah. From the first time you stepped on this earth, God knew that skin tone was best suited for you. You understand? So think about this situation whereby you are a mother to some small babies, and let's say to a baby girl, and she's watching you change your own skin tone. You understand? It's like you're already setting the pace for her, to show her, you're already showing her that the usual standard of beauty is you trying to change your skin tone. Okay? Love who you are, appreciate your skin tone. You've been created beautiful. You don't need to change for anybody. Okay? Being light skinned is not the standard. Okay? Black is beautiful, and black is beauty. Everybody knows that.
Should men be blamed for this?
No, actually, I've seen a lot of men who prefer dark skinned complexion compared to the bleached skin.
Yeah.
They'll tell you like this person does not even like herself. How do
How
you
do I
think?
like her?
Yeah, how do you think like she will like us and the whole relationship, because she cannot already appreciate what God gave her?
Oh, that's well
Okay?
put. That's well put. That's well put. And
So it's best to love yourself, and also people have already been influenced by society, by people. They already condemned black to be a sign of misfortune and ugliness, and that is quite the contrary. Black is beautiful. Black is health.
yeah,
Yeah. Black is everything good that you can find is in black.
yeah, true. Even the color of the podcast,
Yeah,
too,
it's
it's
in black. Yes, honestly.
Okay.
So you have to love yourself. And if you have been subjected to that, if you have subjected your skin to that type of harsh treatment, then we have to like give you certain supplements that will help you recuperate your skin.
Mhm.
Then after that, then we can give you things that can give you that radiant, plump look without you having to interfere or use any bleaching.
Even while using these products, does the skin come back to the way it was before, after all the damage it has sustained?
Honestly, personally, I advise women whom I saw who are previously subjected to bleaching. I first tell them like apply as much sunscreen as possible. I recommend them yogurt, okay, because it has a lot of vitamin E and a little bit of lactic acid, but it doesn't cause a lot of harm. But it contains a lot of vitamin
As
E.
as a drink or
No,
as an
they
applicant?
apply as an applicant.
Okay.
It's so good.
Okay.
Yeah, apply yogurt to your face.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, preferably not the fruity yogurt, because that one has a lot of additives. So plain yogurt to your face, you can apply that twice a day. Then we give you these supplements that cause a lot of skin reconstruction. Then we can give you things that give you that brighter, radiant look.
Okay. There was a time I was in theater in Embu. I did my internship in Embu, and we were doing a cesarean section. So we were myself and another guy called Dr. Mukua. So I told you the story. Okay. And should I say it? Okay. Elias, I go ahead.
Sure.
Aye.
Go ahead.
Okay. So me, I'm busy closing up. Okay, this was cesarean section. I'm busy closing up. I can hear the nurses and the anesthetist in the background talking about sperms. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
sperms like semen.
Okay.
So one of them was having an issue with her face.
Okay.
So the entire story came to, you should collect this semen
Mm-hmm.
and apply it on the areas which are affected. So that kind of helps with skin. Is this a myth? Is this a reality? I don't know what it is. That's why I had to ask you.
Honestly, I don't have any information pertaining to that. I don't know anything. I've not seen any research pertaining to that. And I've not interacted with anyone who applied semen on their skin.
I'm sorry, I had to ask.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we can research about it and find out how useful it is.
Who's gonna volunteer? No. I think people should do it with their partners in the house. I don't know. Like,
But honestly, I don't think there's any proven research about that. But if there's any, I'm really free to like listen and read about it.
people in the comments, I think they should.
They should tell us
chip
like
in if they've
yeah,
ever had such a
skincare
thing.
skincare benefits of semen to the skin.
Yes, people who have tried or who are watching.
I feel like nobody lived to like to tell the tale.
These people who are there telling the tale. This guy, one of them.
I don't know, like we can also question the authenticity of.
I don't know. Like,
It's a what if, but I'm very sure no one has lived to tell the tale. But if they have, kindly please comment, and let's see who it worked for, so that we can put it to
so
work.
we can look for research and see what
Yeah.
vitamins are. Oh, but it does have vitamins.
That's quite
It does have
interesting.
vitamins.
I would opt for animal and plant
Proteins.
extracts. Compared to that, that's a long
Yeah,
shot.
protein.
That's a long shot.
It's a long shot, yeah.
There's
this
so
one.
many natural remedies that are available for you even to try it out, for you to even go to extreme length of trying sperm. You must have like tried all options and failed. And I feel like with this cosmetic and beauty advancement in this beauty, like the beauty industry, I don't think you can reach to that extent for you to try out semen. There's even there's cod liver oil, there's the salmon skin. There's so many things that are being like actually used and have worked.
Yeah.
And you're going to go on and try using semen to apply to your skin. That's a bit extreme, honestly.
And okay, I think we've come to the end of it. We'll listen
Yeah.
to questions, interactions.
Well,
people in the
before we
audience.
end, sorry, I'm going to give a quick summary because it was like,
Okay,
a
okay.
crash.
Crash course.
It was a crash course about skin. So I want to tell people about the points they should take across to take home. Okay? Firstly, it's a morning routine and a night routine. I'm going to make it as simple as possible. Please, if it's not simple, we shall write it down for you so that you may understand. Morning routine, wake up, cleanse your face. Secondly, apply a vitamin C serum. Okay, preferably between 5 to 15%. That's my opinion. 20% causes a lot of irritation. So between 5 to 10 to 15% vitamin C serum. Then apply your hyaluronic acid cream. Okay, then hyaluronic acid usually comes as a moisturizer, so you don't need a moisturizer. Then after that, a sunscreen.
Okay.
Okay, cleanse, vitamin C, hyaluronic acid moisturizer, and a SPF.
Okay.
That's for the morning. So when it comes to the night, you do the same thing. You cleanse your face. Always start with cleaning your face. Your cleanser should have a gentle exfoliant, salicylic acid or glycolic acid. Okay. And cleansers, we shall talk about them in detail in the next videos. And we shall talk about like the specific cleansers that are best suited for your skin. Okay. Not every cleanser is best suited for your skin.
Today I'm the one who took the center stage, Poleni.
So still you cleanse your face. If you are in your mid-20s, please have a retinol serum. Okay? Retinol is like, as a vitamin A derivative. It improves with collagen production, and it also firms the skin. It's like an anti-age. Simply, in a layman's language, it's an anti-age. Okay? If you have never used retinol before, please and please start with a lower concentration. Okay? 0.025, 0.03, 0.05, something like that. Start with a lower concentration and preferably apply it 3 times a week. Okay?
Only 3 times.
3 times a week.
Skip one.
There's still some people who cannot tolerate 3 times a week, and it's not going to be consistent. You apply today, you miss the next day, then like it's on alternate days. Yeah, you apply on alternate days. But please start on a lower concentration, okay? Because it causes reddening of the skin, peeling of the skin, and also it causes even flaking of the skin. So that's why if you find out that this retinol is causing a lot of side effects for you, I would highly advise you to apply a layer of moisturizer, then apply your retinol, then also apply another moisturizer. It's like basically you're sandwiching the retinol, okay? So that it causes less damage to your skin. Okay? Yeah. Then the last thing after applying that, you can still apply your vitamin C. Okay, there are some companies which have like a nighttime vitamin C, a lower concentration. But personally, I apply my vitamin C in the morning, and that's it.
Okay.
Yes. Then you moisturize properly and you go to bed.
So wake up again. So after how long does it take for someone to see results?
You have to be patient. You can't apply all these products for like 2-3 days and the next day you want radiant, glowing skin. You have to be patient. Give it a couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks. You'll start seeing some progress. You have to take like all these steps into consideration, and you have to also have a little bit of patience to see results.
To see the results.
Yes. So cleanse your face, apply your retinol, preferably a lower percentage. Okay? Apply your moisturizer, which contains hyaluronic acid. So if you want to get a moisturizer, buy one that either has a vitamin E or a hyaluronic acid to lock in that moisture. Okay? And this is something that I'm talking about for the layman. For those people who want to go into extra details into their facial routine, we shall talk about it in other videos, and we shall talk about add this, add that, add this, add that. But people who want like a small narrow budget, few products, that's it.
Let them come. They should look for you.
Yes. Some people apply up to 6 products at night. Yes. And I'm talking to my girlies who want to have that plumpy, glowy, glassy skin. There are also steps to that, and we shall talk about it in the next series. But for now, stick to that. Hyaluronic acid, sunscreen, retinol. And make sure you cleanse.
A couple of questions for you.
Okay.
What is the best oil to use for dry skin?
Basically the emollients are the best. Okay. Personally, I would highly advise something that has vitamin E in it. Vitamin E and hyaluronic acid, because that one, it causes it actually locks in moisture. It locks in moisture. Okay. So find a product that contains both hyaluronic acid and vitamin E. It's very good for dry skin.
The other question is, what's an alternative for vitamin C if I'm sensitive to it?
Well, vitamin C comes in so many forms. Like we talked about it. It has both the active and the inactive form. Okay? So majority of I want to talk about vitamin C in detail. Vitamin C has both the active and the inactive form. Okay? And it also comes in different packaging.
Grades or concentration?
No, it comes in different concentrations, number one. It comes in different packaging. It comes in different contents. The active ingredient in that vitamin C, sometimes it's different. Okay, so what do you pay attention to when you are trying to purchase a nice vitamin C serum? Okay, look at the packaging. Personally, I don't like the droppers because vitamin C is very unstable if it's subjected to light, and the harsh air and light and the sun is a way it easily gets deactivated. So you're applying a useless serum on your face. So personally, I like something that comes in a tube form like the CeraVe. Okay, because at least you will only get the needed quantity. Okay, you get the needed quantity, and then you just lock it without the droppers. You have to expose it to light, put it back, so that the vitamin C gets deactivated eventually if you are living in hot weathers or maybe under the light. So for that question, the vitamin C, honestly, look for something that has THD ascorbate. It's less. It's less harsh, okay? It's less harsh. Find the inactive forms, and we are going to list down the inactive forms of vitamin C, and we shall tell you to look for those inactive forms, because if you apply the inactive forms, you will not have all those sensitivities to vitamin C. But if the vitamin C you bought has the L-ascorbic acid, that one is quite
It's harsh.
yeah, it's quite harsh.
It'll irritate your skin.
Yeah, it will irritate the skin.
It'll
Yeah.
become red.
Yeah, and please go for a lower concentration. Vitamin C, always go for a lower concentration. If you found out that 10% was so harsh to you, go to a 5%.
Is
Okay?
that less than a 5%?
I haven't seen less than a 5. Personally, I've only seen 5, 10, 15, 20. 20 is the highest. Never start from the highest concentration. Start from a 5.
Okay.
Mm.
Oh, you like... Oh,
sorry.
big, yeah.
So start from a 5. Okay? And preferably go for the CeraVe. There's a CeraVe tube that usually has that vitamin C. And go with one that has a moisturizer. You can leave the serums.
Okay. What other question is there?
I have been on tretinoin for 2 years now, but I still have pimples, but not like before.
But not like before. Okay, so that's acne, basically. Yeah? So one thing that we talked about, it's about the retinoids. Retinoids is like what we said, they are all derivatives of vitamin A. Okay? So depending on the type of acne, there is the comedonal and the non-comedonal acne.
Yeah. And
Okay.
the cystic ones, the big ones.
Yes, yeah, and so also the cystic ones. So basically, one thing about that person said they have been on tretinoin, which is basically like retinoic acid. Okay, so when we talk about retinol, it has several steps of conversion. Okay, the vitamin E derivatives, all of them have several steps of conversion. So the more they get converted, the weaker they are. Okay, if it started from step 1 to step 5, step 1 is weaker because by the time it reaches step 5, there are lesser concentration of the active material. Okay, so for that person has been using retinoic acid, which is also known as tretinoid. Okay, so for that person, number 1, I would highly encourage her to take the tablet form, which is usually Accutane. Okay, then we can also supplement her with a topical retinoid. Okay, retinoic acid works best, adapalene works best. Okay, I've seen people use that. At the same time, you have to also include an exfoliant to your
If they want to know what they look for you.
Yeah.
I think you guys need just
Yeah, retinoids alone, by the way, do not work. You have to also like include other things to your to your skincare routine. Get a gentle exfoliant. Either get a BHA or AHA. Okay, if you cannot find that, find a lactic acid. Okay, we are trying to exfoliate the skin, so you can apply that. Get your vitamin C serum. Apply, get a topical form like adapalene, which also works best for people who have like the acne, and at the same time you can take the oral supplements.
One last question.
Okay.
How can these products affect pregnant women?
That's a very good question, by the way. I was going to talk about it, but I forgot. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. Retinoids highly discourage them in pregnancy. Highly, highly discourage them in pregnancy because they are highly teratogenic. Okay? There are some researchers that say if you use retinol...
What's teratogenic? I'm not sure they...
Oh, sorry about that. So teratogenic basically means the rate at which your unborn child will get birth defects. Birth defects is maybe... Can we elaborate on birth defects?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, like spinal cord defects, maybe abnormal limbs. There's so many forms of birth defects, but your baby will not look like an ideal normal child. Yeah. So stay away from retinoids if you are pregnant. Stay away from retinoids. You can stick to your other skincare routines, but stay away from retinoids. Other researchers say retinol, the serum, because we have the over-the-counter treatments, like the retinol is always over-the-counter. Then we have the prescription formats. The Accutane, tretinoid is also a prescription. Okay, there are other prescription like Tazorac is also a prescription, but try to stay away from retinoids completely. That's my personal advice.
You have a lot of questions. I think the majority of these people should look for you personally.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this was lovely. It was amazing. With the questions from the audience. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. You have something to
Yeah.
say?
One last thing, people, keep in mind, skincare routine it constitutes a fraction of a healthy skin. Okay, it constitutes only a fraction of the health of a healthy skin. Okay, so you have to maintain a good diet, a good balanced diet. Please avoid sugars. Okay, avoid caffeine, avoid alcohol. Okay, find ways of, like, dealing with your stress. Do stress management exercises. Sleep well. And for the case of sleep, make sure at least you have 6 hours sleep if you have a very busy lifestyle. Okay, so for the case of sleep as well, I would highly advise my girlies or anyone that is interested in their skin to have silk pillows. Silk pillows. Okay, because
Oh, okay. I did not know that.
silk pillows, basically, I've seen people come with this. Silk pillows, what they usually prevent you from is to get these fine lines that usually the usual pillows and bed sheets, yeah,
Those
form on your,
cramp
yeah,
cracks,
those wrinkles,
lines.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
those lines, those fine lines that you usually get on your face. But if you're a side sleeper like me, with time, if you're not using silk pillows or a sleep pillow, there's something also called sleep pillow, and it's classically designed for it to accommodate your face so that it's not smudged.
Mm,
You understand?
yeah.
So either have a silk pillow or a sleep pillow. Okay, for those who are interested, kindly Google what a sleep pillow looks like. So either have that or a silk pillow, because with time you end up getting those fine lines because of the frictional rubs of you tossing and turning in bed. And some people even get to have
Uneven
yeah,
face.
facial
Yeah.
asymmetry. They get to have facial asymmetry.
Yeah.
So
Oh, that's
kindly
true.
put that in mind. Take care of your health, drink enough water, do stress relieving exercises, work out, and eat healthy. Then, plus our skincare routine. And with that, thank you very much.
Yo, do the thing. Thank you for this. We know you must know. You need to know that this information is here. So all you need to do is like, share this content, subscribe, engage with us. We will be delivering like at different speeds now because everything is settled. You saw the video Elias posted on his Instagram. Like everything is done. It's now just about you and us. So sit back and get ready.
Yeah.
Peace out.
Peace out.